What are the functions of Reserve Bank of India? Functions of Reserve Bank of India are number one, bankers to bank, bankers to government, note issuing authority, controller of foreign exchange, and monetary policy authority, controlling authority. Next question they will ask is how Reserve Bank is controlling the inflation, or the question can be how they are using a repo rate. This type of questions can come. You have to tell Reserve Bank has got a policy of having inflation plus or minus 4%. That means either it can be 2% to 6%. Right now, in the month of December, the inflation was of the order of 5.8. But even then, the government is thinking of increasing the repo rate. I think on February 7th or 8th, before you are going for interview, the repo may be raised by 25 basis points. A repo rate is a tool used to raise the interest rate so that the bank's borrowing interest rate is higher. They will charge more. When they charge more, borrowers will draw less. When borrowers draw less, money available in society will be less. Money available in market will be less. Then the inflation may come down. So this is what the logic behind a repo rate. Present repo rate is 6.25. Anytime it may be revised. Be on the lookout of newspaper reports, mostly on 7th or 8th of February. It may be revised or may not be revised. Then the standing deposit facility rate is 6%. Then bank rate is 6.5%. MSF rate, marginal standing facility rate is 6.5%. Reverse repo rate is 3.35%. What is standing deposit facility? Standing deposit facility that was started in the month of April 2022, where the inflation was very high. In order to reduce the inflation, Reserve Bank said banks which have got surplus funds can keep them with the RBI, not supported by government securities, and they will get the interest at the rate of 6% per annum. Same way, if the money is kept with the RBI and also say supported by government securities, then the rate, it is known as a reverse repo rate, and the rate of interest is 3.35%. The next rate you must be available knowing is that bank rate. Bank rate is the rate at which a Reserve Bank of India lends money to commercial banks. At present, the rate is 6.50. Repo rate is for short-term finances. Bank rate is for long-term finances also, to be given based on securities. Same way, when after using bank rate, after using repo rate, if the bank is running short of some emergency requirement, then they can take for overnight marginal standing facility at 6.5%. So these are the questions which normally are asked in interviews. Many candidates are not able to answer these things properly. So you must be ready to know about this. And then simple questions like, What is banking? Banking means accepting deposits from the public and making advances. What are the other services rendered by banks? Banks do other para banking services like canvassing of insurance policies, canvassing for mutual fund products, and they also issue guarantees letter of credit for which they get commission. For doing assurance and mutual fund they get commission. Banks also do wealth management. Banks also give lockers on rent. These are the non-interest income which the bank gets. A major source of income for the banks
The
is
screen
in.
is not visible.
Pardon?
Sir, are you sharing the screen or just?
No, not sharing, not sharing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and the what is the thing?
I think, sir, good evening, sir. You're talking about the major source of income for bank.
Yeah, major source of income for the bank is interest on loans, and the another aspect is non-interest income or commission charges due to para banking services. And apart from that, banks invest in government securities from where they will get interest. Banks also will be investing in shares of limited companies. From there also they may get dividend, or when the share price goes up and they sell, they may get profit. But the second point you don't have to tell. This much will do for the basic questions on banking. These are regular questions. And another question is, why should we select you? You must talk confidently with a smile on your face and tell them, so I am a quick learner. I am a hard-working person. I enjoy shouldering responsibilities. I am good in problem solving. I am possessing leadership style. I am also a good team player. I plan my priorities properly, and I am good in time management. Above all, I am a resilient person. That means I will not give up a thing till I get success. I will go on be um, trying for success. That is how you have to tell about that question also. 1 minute. Why am I not able to reach this? Yeah, no one. Yeah, these are the things. Yeah. Now, some repo rate, reverse repo rate, everything we have covered now. Then next
Excuse me, sir. I
important.
have a question, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, as you asked me, I mean, recently you actually tell about what I should be saying when the panelist asked me why you want to work for a job banking sector. So can I answer my own, I mean, my own unique answer? Can I
tell me,
have that?
tell me, tell me, tell me.
Okay, sir. I think in a banking, yes, sir. I think I deserve this job because I assume in your organization you need employees who can think out of the box, have a better understand, have the importance of time, and can handle the customer well. And since I have a as I said earlier, since I have a keen interest towards reading and understanding Vedantic philosophy, it gives me a different perspective, and I think I can apply that knowledge of mine in this job. Also, since my father has a small business, to some extent during my father business, I actually have to handle customers, which lead me to have a good communication skill as well. That's it, sir. So I think
Okay.
I think I
Okay.
can handle the banking job,
Yeah,
sir.
but don't use the word I assume.
Yes, sir. So
Th-
okay,
that
sir.
word I you should not say I assume. Simply say banking requires this type of qualities. I possess them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. What is a budget? Budget is related to income and expenditure. In Constitution of India, annual financial statement word is used for budget. Budget is the estimate of income expenditure for a financial year. Economic Affairs Department of Finance Ministry. They will ask simple questions like this. Budget, who is preparing this? You can say Ministry of Finance, but here in that Economic Affairs Department is preparing the budget. Traditionally, budget making process starts in September to October and it will complete by February. Before introducing budget in Parliament, a recommendation of President is necessary. Budget will be introduced in by the Finance Minister on February 1. First of all, budget will be introduced in Lok Sabha. Every ministry will introduce its demand. Voting for demand for grants with, with need in Lok Sabha only. That is, Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demand for grants. Money bill is coming under Article 110 of the Indian Constitution. There is one more bill known as Appropriation Bill 114. This bill is used to withdraw money from Consolidated Fund of India. All this is available in the economics book of ADDA book I have given to you in the folder. Please go through that. This is coming under page number what? This is coming under page number 12, 13, 14 and all that. Please go through that. Yeah, that is right. There are three situations available in the budget. One is surplus budget. Surplus budget means it is used to control inflation. What is surplus budget? Income or receipts is more than expenditure. That is, taxes collected is more than the money spent. That situation has never come in our country. It is helpful to control inflation. Another type of budget is what we are following is known as deficit budget, where expenditure is more than income. And this government has to do this in order to see that the people are helped, because our is a socialistic pattern of society. People are helped, and also to avoid a recession in the economy and to create more employment opportunities. Deficit budget is a methodology adopted. The third type of budget is known as balance budget, where income is equal to expenditure. This is an ideal situation, but I have not seen across any budgets like that. That is what it is. Good. Then, mm, yeah, good. There are two types of taxes. One is direct tax, and that is personal income tax and corporate tax. And indirect tax is what we are all discussing about, the GST. Now, only one type of tax is there, GST. So you must know about that GST, how it works and all that. GST is, yeah, let me study more about it afterwards. Mm, for for economic students, they may ask about demand. What is price demand? What is income demand? What are for inferior goods? Then what is cross demand? All these questions are available, or information is available in the book I have given you. Countries like Pakistan and Sri Lanka, they are having very high inflation rate, and that is known as hyperinflation. It is known as hyperinflation. And countries like ours, we need creeping inflation. That is inflation in single digit. It is necessary for the development of economy. Yeah. And it is called as galloping inflation or jumping inflation when it is in two digits or more. For example, um, Pakistan is having galloping inflation now. Yeah. Then there are some information regarding WPI, wholesale price index, then consumer price index, that and all you can see. Then comes national income. Yesterday itself, I was telling you from the another book, national income. Uh, then like that, so many points are there regarding that one. And then simple questions when we ask candidates to tell. See, first question for IBPS people, they will ask which is the bank you are having account, which is the bank you are given first preference. Why did you open account in this bank? Why did you have this as your first preference? See, these are silly questions, but you must be prepared to answer them. So please prepare for answers for all these questions. Not only that, see, last 2, 3 days I have been asking questions to candidates simply to tell me some points about savings bank, tell me some points about current account, and candidates are not able to tell. You must tell the features of the deposit. Just go through the website of your bank or the bank for which you are given first preference. Go through what are the terms and conditions they have given. Tell like who can open account, how much is the minimum deposit, then what is the rate of interest given, what are the other extra conditions. Like in savings bank, you have a condition regarding number of withdrawals and all. So please go through like that. Prepare answers for each and every deposit. Savings bank is a deposit which is opened normally by fixed income people for saving purposes. The minimum balance differs from place to place. For example, rural areas, the balance is less. In my locality, in my city, the minimum balance is 2,500 or 2,000. Please go through your bank site and tell correctly. Then when an account is opened, in savings account is opened, bank gives a passbook, a checkbook, an ATM card also. The passbook can be updated periodically by using, say, passbook machine or at the counter. And there are restrictions in regarding withdrawals. And when it exceeded, bank will be charging, say, charges. Then the minimum interest is paid around 2.75 or up 2.9, depending on the bank. Current account. Current account is an account opened for business purposes. Businesses can be in the form of sole proprietor or partnership or limited company. Under the sole proprietor, it can be male or female. Where it is female, it is called as proprietrix. In the case of partnership in India, we have a concept that say when the company is doing banking business, maximum number of partners are 10. When the company is doing non-banking business, maximum number of members are 20. Then for opening of a bank account in the partnership firm, we will get the partnership deed. While as per law, partnership need not be in writing. Partnership need not be in writing, but normally businesses, companies, they always have it in the form of, say, written deeds, which are registered as a firm also. Normally, banks, when they give finance to the partnership firms, they insist that the company must be a registered one. Company must be a registered one. Another type is limited companies. Limited companies, we have private limited company, then public limited company. Don't confuse with public sector company. Public sector company or public sector bank is one where the government holds 51% and above shares. Example, in India, we have 12 public sector banks. But what I was telling you is about private limited company where the minimum number of directors or shareholders is 2 and the maximum is 200. Private limited company shares are held by the people, that is their own friends and relatives. They are not quoted in the stock exchange. And whereas a public limited company is one, where the minimum number of shareholders is 7, maximum is unlimited. Whenever a public limited company or a private limited company wants to open an account, the resolution is passed in the board of directors that an account is to be opened in so and so bank. Then who is authorized to sign on behalf of the company? Then the bank will ask for resolution for opening of account, then memorandum and articles of association. Then they will also ask for, say, in the case of a certificate of incorporation for starting of a company. If the company is a public limited company, they will ask for a certificate of commencement of business also. Then the signature of the persons who are authorized to sign will be taken and they will be permitted to operate the account. So this is known as current account. In the case of current account, the minimum balance required is higher than savings bank account. Again, it differs from rural area or urban area. And also, say in the case of current account, normally banks give statement of account, and banks also allow the free transactions. Any number of transactions can be done. However, bank will not be paying any interest on current account. They will be levying service charges every half year, depending on the number of entries made in the account. Another type of account is fixed deposit account. Fixed deposit account is an account where a fixed sum is deposited in the bank for a minimum period of 7 days to 10 years. Bank will give the agreed rate of interest on a quarterly basis. At the time of opening fixed deposit, banks also take nomination. The nominee will be getting the money in the case of death of the depositor. Then the deposit can be in the name of simple fixed deposit or cumulative deposit also, where interest earns interest. Another type of time deposit is known as recurring deposit, where the customer has to pay every month the same amount of interest, same amount of money into the recurring deposit account, and bank will be paying rate of interest which is similar to the fixed deposit. Recurring deposit is opened for a minimum period of 6 months, maximum period of 10 years. At the end of the recurring deposit period, money will be paid to the customer along with principal and interest. So these are routine questions I have been asking. Not only I am asking, it will be asked in all the interviews. And today's this 30-minute video is a treasure of information which will help you to frame answers properly. Please listen to that again, take down notes and prepare very Well, thank you. 1 minute. I'll close this.